choose to travel, make sure you travel to a safe country, a country where they will welcome you and give you all the ideas you get, or rather, all the things you want to know about a particular country. Choose a place where you know you're going to have fun, a place where you know that whatever it is you want to do, you have it to the fullest. We're going to be talking about Tunisia today, and I have Tony in the studio with me. Welcome, Tony.
How are you, Linda?
I'm fine, thank you.
Your face is not giving it for me. What is it?
There's nothing I don't understand. You know, some days are like
Do you
that,
have
so
financial problems? Do you have emotional
please, do you want to solve my problem, please?
Yeah, that's why I'm being
Please, I have
inquisitive.
financial problem. Please, can
Financial
you
problem is a common thing for everybody. It's not a need.
really?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
want for everybody. So I don't think that should be a problem.
But it's a problem to me, so
Yeah,
please, I need you to solve. Like, I need to just send it to my
we
answer,
are
like
talking
right now.
about Tunisia, not financial problems.
Why did you now ask me?
I mean, let me be considerate and all caring.
Thank you
Which
for
was
being
why I had to
considerate.
ask.
Anyways, you know, some days are like that. You wake up one morning and then you feel like you woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
And
And
funny
then,
enough, we're actually mourning.
yeah, of
That's why
course.
we are wearing blacks.
And anyways, it's actually a painful thing, but then we still say thank God for everything, because said in every situation we find ourselves, we should give thanks to Him.
True.
In as much as I know sometimes it's very difficult to give thanks to God, where you know you're facing some challenges that you feel, why is it happening to me, and all of that, but then you still give thanks to God in every situation. So then we don't have any challenges. We thank God for everything. We thank God for life. We thank God for everything, which is that is the ultimate, because if you have life, say if there's life, there's hope. So then, so far as we have life, we know we have
And if
hope.
there is hope,
We-
there is hope to travel to Tunisia.
if there's hope to travel to Tunisia. And then we'll be talking about Tunisia today. And based on research, I know that okay, I get to find out that Tunisia is actually a safe country for one to travel to.
Yeah,
And when you talk about being safe, it means the crime rate is very low as well. So then, even when we say these countries are safe, there are places you can travel to, does not mean you should travel to a country and then just be careless with your stuffs. Like you don't need to just keep your things carelessly, and then tomorrow you end up saying, oh, you misplaced this thing, or this was taken away from you. It's because you're careless. That was why it was taken away from you, rather you misplaced it and all of that. But then Tunisia is a country one should visit. Tunisia is a country one should go to, because of the activities they have, because of the things they do there and their experiences. Tunisians will always, like the Tunis, will always want to welcome you into their country. They want to welcome you into their homes. They want you to have fun. They want to even tell you things about their culture, about their cuisines and all of that. So then, if you travel to Tunisia, it's actually going to be fun for you, because you're going to meet people that are excited to have you and all of that.
True.
And he said Tunisia is also known as a so-called Arab Spring, and then an offspring against the governments in various countries in North Africa and the Middle East that has begun in 2011. If you travel to Tunisia today, whether you want to go for business, you want to go for maybe just
Relaxation or
maybe
vacation.
you just want to go on a vacation and all of that, like you don't have a problem, in as much as the country is kind of expensive and they have over 12 million people. You know, the population is
To some
actually
extent,
large.
yeah,
Yes,
it's much.
to some extent. So then, if you find yourself in this country, they welcome you, and then they try to make you understand things about their culture, try to make you understand things that they do and things that they might not want you to do in the country. Of course, you travel to a country, then you need to know their do's and don'ts, so you don't end up violating any rule and then you end up being in trouble and all of that. So then Tunisia is actually a beautiful country. Like, it's a beautiful country for you to visit, in as much as we know that okay, I think there's a bit of Christianity, I think, on the low. But whatever it is you do, you don't just go to
cautious.
show yourself. You just need to understand, okay, I need to do this, I don't need to do this, and all of that. So Tunisia is a place to be to, I know.
You know, you've said virtually everything as regards the country Tunisia. But then one thing that I would want to emphasize on is the fact that they are actually warm people, and they are hospitable too, in the sense that they try as much as possible to make you feel welcome, regardless your tribe, your religion, your environment, or whatsoever. They make sure that you are all welcoming. And aside that, they are so curious. So should I say they are inquisitive persons or people, in the sense that by the time you arrive in such a country, they would always want to know why you are here. Is it for the purpose of business? Is it vacation? But like whatever reasons that is probably that could amount to your traveling to Tunisia, I think they would as well want to make you explore more so that your stay being there wouldn't be in vain, but then it's something that you would have a lot of experiences for, and then by the time you go back home, all of those experiences can be shared back to those that you left home. And aside that, they are so interesting to the extent that they would even want to host you for the first 3 days or thereabouts in order for them to tell you more about your culture, because they are so like I think their tradition is majorly based on the fact that they always want visitors to always feel at home. Like they don't want a situation where you are somewhere else, but then that feeling of you being somewhere else, like wouldn't be felt inside of you. I don't know if the English is correct for you. Like they don't want to always or in any way.
I'll follow your English. That person is going somewhere else. So please.
So they will just try as much as possible to make you feel welcome. They will want to make you feel at home. They would try as much as possible to make you test virtually all their traditional meals. Virtually want to probably explore you to other places that you are likely not to have known or heard of. And I think one other thing that strikes me to the Tunis or the Tunisians is for the fact that they own one of the ancient phonics of civilization, in the sense that by the time you go, there are some of these artifacts that many of our countries really do not have regard in. These are some of the things that they hold on to with high esteem, because I feel if you go to a country and then you don't see some of these artifacts, you don't see some of these their traditional or probably ancient stuff or stuffs or like, I feel you would that would give you the feeling that probably these people have threw away their backgrounds, and there is nothing to write home about as regards their historical backgrounds and all. But then by the time you visit this country, especially if you're a lover of nature, you're a lover of history and stuff, like, you would enjoy your stay here. And that's one thing that I like. But then you won't enjoy being with them if you only restrict yourself to some environment. Because from the research I have made, they said only if you relate more with the locals, that's when you would be more knowledged as regards some of the knowledgeable, I guess, as regards some of the basic places and basic things. The person
who follow you speak English for this show, that person is, I don't know. But then, okay.
It is not my fault. You know why? Why? You know why? When you are facing a beautiful girl, intimidation strikes you here and there.
Anyways,
you feel like you become so confused here and there. So don't blame
don't be confused.
Our viewers, please. Because we no vex.
Reasons why Tunisia should be on your bucket list. Of course, when we talk about traveling to a country, we always say you should have a reason to travel to this country. Of course, maybe let's say you're planning on traveling because you have a business trip, you're going for maybe one thing or the other, a vacation and all of that. I think we have some things that one should consider. They said the ease of access. Tunisia is a small country, of course, but then it has a lot of things packed out for you to do, a lot of unique historical and cultural sites for you to visit, things to do. As they said, it is possible to experience much of what the country has to offer in a relative short period of time. Of course, even when you say you're going for maybe, let's say, just a month, you have a lot of places to go to and a lot of things to do. Tunisia is also a short flight away from several European and North African travel hubs like Barcelona, Rome, Marika, and Cairo, and so it's easy to take a tour to the region and all of that. So then, if you want to travel to Tunisia, of course, we know that you're going to have fun. We know that you're going to get access to a lot of things, and you're able to explore the land and get the information you want to get and all of that. So then, Tunisia is one of the places one should visit, of course.
Talking about this ease of access, like, I feel in essence it shows that Tunisia shares borders with a lot of countries. Like, you can be in Tunisia now, probably if you have the intention of traveling to countries like the one you mentioned, like Rome, Barcelona, Cairo, and the likes of it. Like, it's very easy for you to just gain access through those countries. So it's not something that you have to go and start making visits. I think it's that easy that you can even like board the public transport to traveling to, if really you want to travel. So it's a place that you probably cannot even restrict your explorations to that country, but then you can as well extend your explorations to other countries. So I think that was one of the major things that should probably gear your traveling to Tunisia. Then one other thing is their culture. and like the definition of culture that we have, being it's the total way of life of people, like there is no way you go to a different environment and then not meet a different culture of how things are being done. That is to say that Tunisia also have their unique and specific way of showing off their culture, their traditions, and the likes of it. And aside that, they said it's a place that offers plenty of opportunity, and then shopping at the sock, taking cooking classes, participating in the local olive harvest, and then there's a lot of visitors that you can that you see on a daily basis as regards where Tunisia is. And aside that one, there are a lot of ways to explore different facets of Tunisian culture and heritage. And then you can also visit ruins like the Chenini, and then the ancient Berber village of Tunisia. And then it offers a stunning vantage point to watch the sunset and the likes of it. So there are a lot of things that you are prone to seeing by the time you travel out to Tunisia.
Their nature, they said, from the inviting turquoise waters of the Mediterranean Sea to the mysterious orange dunes of the possibilities for those who prefer to spend their vacation exploring the great outdoors. Tunisia boasts 1,148 kilometers of coastlines, and visitors can find world-class beach resorts from the capital of Tunis all the way down to the island of Djerba. And then visitors can opt for just a taste of the Sahara with a half-day ATV or camel ride, or a more immersive experience like an overnight camp out on the dunes. These are one of the things that one should actually want. Do you understand? Like you want to experience. Of course, like when you realize there are things you do for fun and it makes you happy, why not just do them? Because this life will always say you only live once, and then when you get the opportunity to explore a lot of things, why not do it?
And there's this
in
common
the
sense
positive
that
way?
say happy moment are just for a short period of time.
They last for just a moment.
When you get it, why don't you just
Why
explore?
don't you just explore? Just do it. Like, just have the fun. Stay outside. Just go and experience all the things outside. Like most people will say, we day outside though, and somebody will say, they should. Someone will tell you we day outside. Maybe somebody lost his key to his house or something. Not like he's even having fun. But then the thing is, if you get the opportunity to enjoy yourself, why not do it?
True.
If you get the opportunity to actually experience some certain things, why not do it? Because they always say experience is the best teacher. Someone will tell you experience is not only the best teacher, but then you just need to learn and teach other people.
True.
So then I understand the fact that if you find yourself in a country that you want to learn a lot of things about it, I understand they even take cooking classes for you to participate in them and then teach other people and then learn to and then visitors can just come to taste the meal and all of that. So then it's actually an interesting country to visit. The fact that it's a beautiful country alone is something that we will just invite you to just come to see how it is and all of that. So then traveling to Tunisia is actually one thing one should actually put on his bucket list. And then the people of Tunisia are warm people. They are friendly and they are welcoming to visitors. They are interested in knowing what brought you to their country. Of course, if you find someone that is a visitor in your country, of course you want to know why the person is there.
Very
and then you
true.
can actually help in even contributing in making the person have a good experience and then a good stay where he is. And then you think about their home, they welcome you to their homes. And then if you're tired, or rather if you tried their favorite dishes and then maybe let's say maybe you don't feel like it's something you want to do, but then they always want to make you feel
You're being persistent.
Yes, they want you to just try this
even
thing.
If you're not
Like,
going to eat to stupid, just give it a try.
just give it a try for you to just have that experience and all of that. Like, for someone to be welcoming like that, you understand that it is for a particular country to welcome you into there, then it means they're warm people, they are nice people, and then they are happy people.
True.
It's one thing to meet someone that is a sadist
and give you that
and then
friendly face.
good and then giving you that friendly face. So then people of Tunisia are actually good people. They welcome you and then they introduce you to their families. They make you get acquainted with one another and all of that. So then traveling to Tunisia is actually one thing one should think of doing, one country one should think of visiting to have the experience of a lifetime.
True. And then some etiquette and custom as regards the Tunisia people. That hospitality, known as the major, I think one of their tribal the tribal name they call it is the Hal Usum. That is a cornerstone of Tunisia culture, with visitors often welcomed with open arms and genuine warmth. And then Tunisians take great pride in hosting guests and then go out of their way to ensure that they are being comfortable, being
Comfortable.
comfortable, and then being
Well
well,
being
being
taken.
taken care of. Aside that, upon arrival, it is customary to exchange greetings and engage in small talks with the people, and then demonstrating respect and friendliness. Guests are typically offered refreshments such as tea, Turkish coffee as a gesture of hospitality. And then mealtime holds great significance to the Tunisia culture, where they serve. Where it serves as a time for socializing and bonding with family and friends. Then the Tunisian cuisine is a tantalizing fusion of Mediterranean, Arab, and Berber influences with dishes such as the couscous, the tangine, and then brick. And then when dining with the host, it is customary to wash your hands before and after the meal as a sign of cleanliness. And then meals are typically
Yes.
eaten communally with everyone sharing from central dishes. And then it is polite to wait for the host to begin eating before starting.
Hmm.
Wow. And using your right hand for eating is the
It's
most
preferred.
preferred. So I feel these people are just like they are so cultural.
They're organized.
So organized traditionally, and that if you don't abide by some of these things, it will be seen like you are being
Mm-hmm.
disrespectful, and then you are not trying to be abiding to their cultures or their customs and the likes. And then when greeting elders too, it is customary to use formal titles such as the Monsieur. I think the common language that is used there is French,
Mm.
so I may not be able to pronounce this correctly. But
Monsieur.
or Monsieur, yeah, or them, or Madam, or whatever tone that is being used in calling or referring to that. Then followed by their surname, and then such differences through gestures such as bowing or shaking hands with both ends. And then greetings are important part of Tunisian etiquette, with handshakes, nods, verbal greetings being commonly used as a form of interactions among close friends and family. Hugs and other stuffs are being done as regards the fact that they just want to be all friendly with
Mm-hmm.
you, just want to be all welcoming with you. And I think this is one thing, or this is a good way to start up being friends with someone that you really do not know. You just don't just have to give out that countenance of being unfriendly or being a sadist, and then you expect someone to be all attracted to you. That's, I think it boils down to you're being friendly, even if the person is being stagnant and wanting not to be interested in whatsoever thing you are doing. I feel it would be best acknowledging the fact that the person happens to be a stranger, walking up to such person, trying to make an acquaintance with just such person. I don't think is a bad idea, because to some extent you should know that the person might probably be limited or be feeling segregated because of the fact that he or she is not from that particular region, and then probably is not familiar with things and events as regards how things are done there. But then you walking up to that person to some extent will give that person a relief to wanting to interact more, and then wanting to as well be engaging or indulge into whatever activities that are done over there in that region. Be it a region or be it a country, so long you are a citizen of that particular region or a country, it's best you try as much as possible to be all friendly to any visitor. I think that's one thing that strikes me with the
Yeah.
Tunisians.
Their cultural festivals and celebrations. Of course, in every country they have their festive periods and the celebrations and the times they do all these things. Tunisia celebrates a variety of cultural festivals and events throughout the year, each offering a glimpse into the country's rich cultural heritage. And then one such festival is the Festival of the Medina, held annually in the historic Medina of Tunis to showcase traditional music, dance performances, and artisanal crafts. The festival provides a platform for local artists and artisans to share their talents and celebrate Tunisian culture. Of course, it's interesting to know that they have days they set aside for all these things, for you to just come and then show them your arts, and then show them what you can do, your talent and all of that, for people to be able to learn and to know, okay, this person can actually do this thing, this person is good in doing this thing, is excellent, is perfect in doing these things. So then we can actually bring this person to do such things for us. Maybe you just want to display the work of arts and all of that. The festival provides a platform for local artists and artisans to share their talents, of course, and celebrate Tunisian culture. So another significant events include the Carthage International Festival and the Festival of the Sahara, celebrated in the town of Douz to honor the nomadic heritage of the Tunisian Sahara. And then the festival features camel races, the bonding poetry recitals, and traditional music performances, attracting visitors from across the country and beyond. Of course, if you're a visitor, you will find this very interesting.
True.
Music and dance are integral aspects of Tunisian culture. Good, because when you talk about going to a place and then they have something like this is very important to them. They said it's an integral part of them, music and dance. And then you realize that sometimes even when you're sad, when you start listening to music, like there's a way music will just take you away
Any
from
sort
that
of
thing.
performance, there's a way it gives
It
your
gives you
mind
joy and
comfort
all
and
of that.
stuff.
That's why most times they will advise you, maybe you can just go to maybe all these programs, maybe all these laugh it out and all of that, just to go have fun, just to go and clear your head. Sometimes music is actually good for the body, and then dancing, you just express yourself, you just
Dance
do
away your
something that,
sorrows.
and just be happy, just be happy. So then they said the Tunisians will always want to tell you to do that because they welcome you to their country. So why won't you do something that's going to be good, or why won't you just enjoy the moment, and then when you go back, you know, okay, fine, you're done with it and all of that. It's good to go to places where you'll be able to have fun, places where you'll be able to forget about your sorrows, you'll be able to express yourself to a certain extent. Traditional instruments such as the lute, the drum, the flute accompany the dynamic dances and songs that celebrate Tunisia's cultural heritage. Of course, if you realize people are dancing like you just now, like why would you feel the need to even move your
To shake
body,
your
like
body
to shake
at
your body
least.
and then just join them and then dance and all of that. They welcome visitors and then they show you you're welcome. They make you feel at home. So then just do be part of them. Just be in it, like fix yourself in it and enjoy yourself and have the fun. It's just for a
For the
moment,
fun
like
of it,
just even if
basically for the fun
it
of it.
means you can't just go there and then just let it just be walk. Sometimes you can just go there because you want to have fun. So then why not just go have your fun, do anything that is going to make you happy at that moment, which is right. And then I think at
And
the end of it
like
all,
I
you
feel
end
there's
up
no way you would
enjoying
want to
yourself.
travel. You would want to travel for the purpose of say
Just
vacation,
vacation.
and then you would
You're
not
not gonna
want to
have
be
fun.
involved in some of those celebrations and festivals that are being done over there. But then before then, you would want to also talk about the attractions or probably the tourist attractions there in the country. And then the number one attraction we have here is the Hell Dem something theater.
Amphitheater.
And I think it's amphitheaters thereabout. And then the walls of this mighty Roman amphitheater of Heldem is a dwarf that surrounds the modern town. And this incredibly well preserved Roman relic, that is a old sentiment, is Tunisia's big sightseeing highlight. And one of the most popular things to do on day trips from the coastal resorts, and one of the best examples of the architecture left standing in the world. Wow. And that the monumental bulk of walls are a reminder of Rome's once mighty grip across the North Africa. And then you can still walk the corridors under the arena, just like the gladiators did. Wow. Like it's giving me this gladiator sort of theme, all these all these Vikings sort of films and theater theme sort of movies that you have to be there where you see events like horse riding, you see events like wrestling, you see events like dancing, like any sort of performance. There is just I don't know it's so sweet for me. It's sweet for me. And then you climb up to the top sitting stairs, and then sit staring across the arena, and then imagine the battles that took place below. Like it's just an amazing sight for me. Come on, like in this modern time and age, look at how beautiful this place looks. Like I know you are so moved right now to just disappear and appear yourself over there. Am I lying?
Yes, of course. I want to find myself in Tunisia because of the people, first things first, and then because of the music and the dance and then
So the
the
theater is not
activities
it for you.
everybody has one thing that is attracted to, right?
Just
Can I just have my own opinion?
No, I'm just
just
trying to make you like put something into consideration.
Okay.
Like for instance, you're being there, and like just surrounding those gladiator stands and the
Gladiator
likes of
walls,
it, and
yeah.
I mean gladiators walls, and then surrounding them. Like what insight would that give you? Like what sort of feeling would that give you?
I know I'll be excited.
Touching and caressing
like,
the walls. Like there's this. I mean, I
Of
just
course,
feel like
there's
a
this feeling it comes with it, yeah. Because when you realize you're
I feel
you're
like
actually
I like
doing
picture like
something
this.
for the fun,
Like I don't know, maybe we would need about 500 terabytes to fill up to give you
Honestly,
for you to fill up and then snap pictures and all, because
true.
it's just a site that you would want to do everything possible in order to just have the moment of it.
We have the Jabba, and then if you're looking for the picture perfect beach escape, this is where you should find yourself. Like when
Talking
I was
about
reading
beach
like
as if you go to the beach now, enter the water.
yes, I don't need to enter the water. I
So
can
is
just
the fun
stand
is what?
beside it. The fun is to be beside the water.
To be at the
Excuse
bank
me.
of the river.
Yes, then the
Okay.
island of Jabba checks all the right boxes. Then the island town of Holtsok is the main point of interest of the beach, with an old town district that is a model of whitewashed houses. And then the Holtsok shopping is an attraction in itself. And then with plenty of handicraft vendors for browsing and hanging opportunities off the beach, but it's those sandy strips of shoreline out of town that are the island's most popular highlights, pristine and trimmed by date plants. And then the beaches are relaxing, get away from it, all settings where summer daydreams are made.
Do you know, can I ask for your forgiveness right now?
Okay,
And please forgive
I've
me.
not forgiven you yet, but because I feel you want to say something, like what you want to say is going to be unfair. I cannot.
Haven't seen this Deba. Like, it's true, you don't have to necessarily be inside the water.
I told you
Just
now.
have
I
money.
said,
Just have money and stay in one
Just
of those
be-
resorts. Like, I feel,
just have the
I feel you
view
will
of
live
it.
the best moments ever there.
You
Because
see,
even the sights of that place
alone is just something
the
inviting.
blue waters that
something
I'm seeing already.
like
Oh my God.
this is the picture perfect beach escape. So just find yourself there.
I will not find myself there. Oh. I'll put myself there.
Of course, you put yourself there, you find yourself there, you have fun and do all sorts of things that are just going to give you the memories.
So we have the Carthage, and then this Carthage happens to be the Romans' major rival, which was a city of the seafaring Phoenicians forever memorialized in the Punic Wars. And then the atmosphere ruins of this ancient town now sit beside the sea amid the sops of the Tunis. And then a warning that even the greatest city can be reduced to rubble. These ruins are extensive but spread out, and if you've been lucky enough to visit the ancient city sites such as the Ephesus in Turkey or the Volubilis in Morocco, which are well preserved, Carthage can seem quite underwhelming at first. But then this UNESCO World Heritage listed remnants are hugely important, and then historically that any tourist interested in North Africa's ancient past shouldn't miss a visit here. So it's basically more of like an ancient preservation site where you go and just have the fun, have the feeling of being there, take pictures. If there's any artifact you can pick and keep for yourself, like it's just it for me. So basically, yeah, it's just like what you said it is.
We have the National Bardo Museum.
Like Bado.
The National Bardo Museum. And then is even non-museum fans can't fail to be impressed at the massive hall of beautiful mosaics exhibited inside the Bardo.
Please, please add the R Bardo so I know
Okay,
it's not Bardo.
Bardo. And then this is one of the North Africa's top museums, and then it houses one of the world's most important mosaic collections, all curated beautifully. It's a showcase of the dazzling, intricate artistry of the Roman and the Byzantine eras, with pieces cherry-picked from every major archaeological site in Tunisia. If you only have one day in Tunisia's capital, which is the Tunis, this museum should be high up on your to-do list. They said even if you are not someone that loves to go to museums, like you're not impressed with anything, they said this museum in particular,
will they accommodate me and let me sleep let me sleep here for the rest of my life?
it's not possible. But
Like
then
it's so like when
it's so
there's a difference
beautiful.
between when place is somewhere is clean and neat.
Yes,
Which
yes.
one do you feel is best? Neat and clean. When somewhere is neat and when somewhere is clean. Which of these two do you feel comes first?
I think combination of both, because I think when you
So
say
this
something
place is a
is
combination of both
neat
clean and neat, not
of
nice
course,
one.
because like it's very beautiful. It said you cannot just go, even if you don't love to go to museums, but this particular place, this particular museum, you should not miss it. You should be, so even if you have just limited days in Tunisia, you should not miss this museum for any reason. Like it should be on your top list, like number one, for you to just go visit and then have the experience of being there, see the artwork, see everything in it, and just know that you're in a particular place that you're going to experience a lot of things. Don't miss out to visit this museum if you find yourself in Tunisia.
This is done to. Then we have the Sidi Balside. That is impossibly cute. That is, you don't have any. It doesn't have any reasons to not to be cute.
Impossibly cute.
And then amazingly photogenic for those like
you that like picture.
And then that this is the bow side is a cliff-top village of little dimensions that seem to have fallen off an artist's canvas. And then unsurprisingly, artists have feasted a festival open to the public. That this little hamlet, now a high-class sub, is a residential area located on the outskirts of a city or town, which is the capital of Tunis, or the capital of the capital Tunis for decades now. And then the whitewashed hallways, window frames, and colorful blue doors are Tunisian village architecture at their finest, while the Mediterranean backdrop is the cherry on top. Like when you have cherry.
Mm-hmm.
Is it cherry blues or cherry what? The
I
fruits. Okay. So as we are saying, this is a place to while away lazy afternoon, like Linda. Whenever you feel like being lazy, just go here and there and while away time. I know you can be lazy sometimes. Is that supposed to be for me? And then simply soaking up the laid back atmosphere, and then maybe indulging in a spot of shopping at one of the many local artisan artifact stores. You can do whatever thing you want to do. If it is you want to lazy, you want to sleep, or you want to while away, this is just the best of the place to go in Tunisia. Please visit this. You can just even if you don't have anything to do, like you don't have anything to do, just go and stroll, go and trek out your life.
This is a place to while away a lazy afternoon.
Like even the color self is something that is like is calling. It's
white and blue, just like the color of Equa.
Hey,
like that is actually
them employing you.
It's actually interesting to know that such a place is.
So if you're a level of Equa,
of course, you should find yourself here. Yes, it shows that we belong here. So then it doesn't necessarily mean that you should, when you're lazy, that's when you should find yourself here.
Possibly enough, you can wear a white and blue clothes to fit in the color.
Like just to fit in the color, and then
if
just
you
match
check, I think there are some people wearing all blue and stuff, so it's normal. And I think even some of the small umbrellas and stuff that we are seeing from the video clip has like majorly are blue colored and all that.
So anyways, it's interesting to know that this place is actually a beautiful place for you to visit, and then you have your experiences and all of that. But before we continue talking about reasons you should travel to Tunisia, I think we need to take a time out to let's just breathe a little and then
breathe out later.
Yes. Okay, viewers, thank you for watching this particular episode. So this first part of it, we'll be taking a little time, like just to give you a break and then to welcome others who will be joining us shortly. Just be with us. Just stay for just some seconds. We'll be right back. Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us. Thank you for not touching that dial. If you're just joining us, it's the Midday show live on Echo Television International. We're talking about Tunisia. I still have Tony in the studio with me. Welcome back to me.
You are welcome. Every now and then you are welcome. It's my pleasure to have you as my co-host on this show. It's a privilege for you.
Calm down, reduce your pride. Bring
it's
down
not
your
pride. It's not pride.
Bring it down.
Look at it now. My suit has shoulder pad. It's suit I'm wearing now. Do you expect me to have a soft shoulder pad? It has to be high and hard.
Anyways, we're talking about reasons to travel to Tunisia, and we've said a lot of things. I still have one other thing I wanted to talk about
Okay.
visiting Tunisia, which is the Grand Erg
Oh
Oriental.
yeah, that sweet place.
Tunisia's vast Sahara covers much of the country's interior and the most beautiful
Beautiful
corner
corner.
of the
They say
desert.
most, oh, please.
Most,
The most
yes,
is
like the
capital.
most
And capital letters.
beautiful corner of the desert is the field of sand dunes known as the Grand Egg Oriental. These poetical, beautiful
Beautiful
dunes
dunes.
are a surreal and gorgeous landscape of huge waves
Please carry water
shaped by
along.
the ever-shifting desert sands. For many visitors, this is an adventure playground for riding dunes, boogies, and camel treks. But nothing tops the simple pleasure of sitting atop one of these mammoth sand mountains and watching the sun set over the Sahara, the nearest center in the desert town of Dunes, from where you can organize camel hiking, excursions, and multi-day trips to the dunes.
My only advice, so please, in as much as this place is a very fine place, an adventurous place, try as much as possible to like take like a jerry can of water while going to places
Jerry
like
can, a tank of water.
or a tank of or Jupiter tank of water, because this kind of
Honestly.
place, if you are feeling tasty, my brother and sister, probably this is where God will call you. Because there's no any side
Like
of
there's
where
no
you
sign
can
of
get
water
access to
anywhere.
water. So
But then he said it's the most beautiful
yeah,
place,
sure, even
like
by
the
the
beautiful corner
sceneries,
in
yeah.
the desert where you can actually find yourself and then do all the trekking, the hiking, and all of that. Anyways, it is interesting to know that when you visit such places, you just have to have that experience of the things to do, the camel climbing and all of that. It's actually interesting to go there. It's actually interesting to have the experience and all of that. Okay, we'll be talking about food, the Tunisian food. So we have their
Couscous,
traditional dish.
couscous,
Why is this
couscous.
sitting?
It's
Can you make
couscous.
couscous?
You should have asked what is couscous first.
To start with, because your excitement alone is telling me, okay, what is
The
couscous?
name is fine now. Look at look at how it's being
See
pronounced.
how excited you are, like
Couscous.
couscous. Anyways, Tunisia's most famous food is
It's
couscous.
even famous.
Couscous, called the couscous, is the
Couscous.
national dish of Tunisia and can be prepared in many ways. There's no better way
Oh
to start this
boy.
Tunisian
Linda, please talk no
food
more. Talk
guide
no more. Talk
than
no more.
with couscous.
Let's talk
Known
no
as couscous is the
more.
Tunisian dialect. Couscous is a staple dish in North African cuisines and is considered a national dish in Tunisia. The couscous refers to small granules of rolled durum wheat semolina cooked in a special double boiler. To cook fine grain couscous is layered over a bed of whole herbs in the upper pot, while the meat and vegetables are cooked in the lower pot. As the meat and vegetables cook, steam rises through the vents and into the container above, cooking the pasta with aromatic steam. Similar to risotto, the couscous granules need to be stirred constantly to prevent lumping. Of course, couscous is traditionally served with the meat or vegetable stew spooned on top. It can be consumed in many different ways in Morocco, Algeria, Libya, and Mauritania. But in Tunisia, it's typically made spicy with harissa sauce and served with lamb, beef, fish, and other types of seafood. In some parts of Tunisia, it can be served with camel. So couscous is their main
Couscous.
dish. Why are you so excited saying the couscous?
It
Like,
sounds sweet to pronounce. Couscous.
anyways, couscous is one of their famous food, or rather is the famous food, that their traditional food, where they give to you as a visitor. They try to, when they say they welcome you into their homes, this is one of the things they serve
Traditional
you.
foods they give you.
And then you understand, you eat this with the whole of your heart, your body and soul. And then it's being served with either camel, they say mostly in Tunisia it's being served with camel and the remaining seafood and all of that. Couscous is actually, it looks very good, like it's welcoming, and then the beef on it, oh wow.
Like I don't know, but the look of a bit. I don't know. I'm beginning to salivate already. Linda,
Are you
can we
hungry?
can we just close this show? And can we just close up this show? I want
I'm
to go and eat
sorry.
this. Do we have this couscous? Okay, calm down. Tony.
Couscous,
Calm
calm
down. I know
down.
you're like you are overexcited. Calm down, calm down. Like, do we have this couscous here in the country?
Of course.
Eh.
Are you for real? You've not eaten
Really?
couscous in this? Wow. Please,
Ah.
there's couscous everywhere. Please, where you
Oh
are, there's
wow. Okay, I
couscous.
think I'll
Yes,
have to give it a try.
you should
Probably one
please
of these
try
days
it.
you would
And what?
invite me. Is it over excitement or what
Why are you so
exactly?
excited about
I wouldn't
couscous?
know. So
Okay.
the second food we have, which happens to be one of their traditional foods, there is that the masfof, the masfof, or you can as well pronounce it as
Mesfo.
mesfof, which refers to a version of sweet couscous that is traditionally prepared for sofa or sofa during the
Sahur.
holy month of.
Sahur.
Okay, is that what it is?
Sahur,
Okay,
yes.
is
That's the
it?
first meal they eat very early in the morning, like 5 a.m.
Eh,
Yes, sahur. That's what.
okay. Then is an extra fine couscous dosed with olive oil before being steamed and then mixed with cold milk or butter, and then sugar added up onto it later on. I mean afterwards. Then Tunisia recipe varies, but then this masfof can be mixed with aromatics like orange blossom water or water for added
Why does it
flavor.
look like rice and beans?
But it's smaller than rice
Yeah,
now.
it's smaller than rice actually. It looks like hungry rice.
It's just like
Like
couscous that you
acha,
said you are
yes, it's
familiar
just like
with.
yes.
This sweetened couscous is usually decorated with a variety of nuts, dates, and then other fruits before serving. So I think this is basically another way of preparing the couscous we
Yes.
discussed earlier. And in as much as it actually looks so inviting, like I don't know, but my salivation for couscous, right,
Couscous
or my
like is
cravings,
not
rather, that's the word, my cravings for
couscous.
couscous.
We have the chak choka.
Gaskiya ne.
Breakfast breakfast lovers will probably be familiar with this next Tunisian dish, more commonly known as the shakshuka
Does it look
or
like
the
shaku shaku?
shakshuka in the West. And then shakshuka refers to a globally popular dish of poached egg served in a spicy tomato sauce with green peppers, onion, garlic, olive oil, paprika, harissa, cumin, and pepper.
Harika papaya.
The origins of chachuka are unclear, though some argue that it may be Tunisian or Yemeni in origin. It consumes throughout North Africa and the Middle East and has been a part of the Sephardic Jewish cuisine for centuries. It's become a hugely popular dish in Israel as well, thanks to Libyan and Tunisian Jews who, depending on where it's from, chachuka can be made in different ways. Some versions are spicier, others are more sweet. Some make them with just tomatoes and eggs, while others will include potatoes, onions, and peppers. Ingredients can vary, but for a chachuka to be considered an authentic Tunisian chachuka, then it must be made with crushed garlic cloves and caraway powder. Everybody has the way his
You want to go about
meal,
cooking
yes,
a
how to go
particular
about cooking a
food.
particular meal. So then which shows that but they said for you to know that it's actually a Tunisian dish, they have to include the garlic, the tomatoes, the cloves, and all of that for you to just
Enjoying the ride. Then we have the labby,
as if it's the lullaby.
like lab, labby, and this is actually a Tunisian chickpea soup made with dried chickpeas served in a thin garlic or comic flavored broth. Served over pieces of stale crusty bread, and it is commonly eaten for lunch or dinner, especially during colder weather to help the body stay warm. And then recipes as well varies, but then poached eggs is usually added to the soup along with a host of other ingredients like the tuna, capers, all these. See, all these ingredients that they are mentioning, are they real?
Yeah. You've not heard of them, right? I'm so sorry.
And then Tunisian olives, and then we have the harissa, then olive oil, then lime juice. Like all of these ingredients make up what you are seeing on the screen. According to Linda, they exist. So
Of course, they do exist. Of course, we have the macholia salad. It's one of the most popular dishes in Tunisian cuisine, served at the start of almost every Tunisian meal. And it refers to a simple Tunisian salad made with mashed grilled vegetables, seasoned with ground coriander and caraway seeds. To prepare onions, tomatoes, pepper, eggplants, which is optional, and then garlic and grilled until their outer layers become charred and totally black. The vegetables are then peeled, finely chopped, and then mashed together before being seasoned and drizzled with olive oil and lemon juice. Typically served as a starter or side dish. The salad is usually garnished with additional ingredients like hard-boiled eggs, tuna fish, olives, capers, and fresh parsley or cilantro.
Well, like you've mentioned, or like,
Not
like
like
you've
you see, like
described,
I've mentioned.
like you've described. I think it's actually a nice traditional food to which one should, give a try to see how tasty it tastes like, and something that is worth the try. So I believe whenever anybody or whatever person that finds his or herself there should visit or probably have a taste of foods like this. Then we have the Omek Horia. Homek Horia is just like the salad you mentioned earlier, which is made with mashed vegetables, but this time with carrots. And carrots are boiled, then mashed into puree with garlic, then caraway seeds. I don't know what those are. Then we have the harissa, we have the vinegar, olive oil, and salt, of course, and then probably Maggi. I don't know. They didn't put that one. I'm just adding that one. Then typically served as a side dish, and then is often garnished with finely chopped parsley, and then other ingredients like boiled egg, fried egg, garnished egg, roasted egg.
Roasted egg. Well done.
Do I know?
We have the kakabao. And then
Like
if you
it's-
like tomato-based stew, then you need to try kakabao, a traditional Tunisian dish made with fish cooked in a rich tomato sauce.
I love the way
Different types
you
like
are
do you
turning
get
your leg.
like
You
the
are
rich
turning your head.
tomato sauce. Different types of fish like cropper, tuna, or mackerel can be used to make the kakabao. Healthy and easy to prepare. It's made by stewing the fish in a sauce consisting of tomato paste, the harissa, garlic, onion, cumin, saffron, and oil. Capers and olive are often added to the stew along with a spritz of lemon juice before serving. But the idea of they putting
Is it
this pepper
fish?
with everything like this is, anyways,
It's not just to remove the pepper and keep one side.
this is actually this is
And
actually,
dive into the
it
food.
looks delicious, and then the lemon and all of that. So if you love stew, you should love one of these Tunisian
Don't use
stews.
man like this, or use spoon and pick the pepper, put it to one side, then you dive in. Then we have the the fricassee, and that for many people the word fricassee may conjure images of traditional French chicken stew, but in Tunisia it refers to a fried sandwich made with tuna, hard-boiled eggs, capers, Tunisia olives, boiled tomatoes.
Potatoes.
Oh, hey, I want to say they get boiled tomatoes again. boiled potatoes, and then harissa. It is a popular and filling dish that's often enjoyed at fast food restaurants and then sandwich shops throughout the country. So basically, this is more like a French food, but then it has been indigenized to how they want it to be, like where they have their own chicken being fried with boiled tomatoes or boiled potatoes and the likes of it. So I think that's it for us, because we've seen basically everything as regards Tunisia, of which I know you
Thank
are
you
as
for
well
the
anticipating. No, I mean, I'm just trying to make you understand that I know you are, of course, anticipating to travel to Tunisia. And as by a good person that I am, I'm looking at how we can, draft some expenses to, just hang you with me.
Hang me. I was actually waiting for an evil word that you're going to use. Hang me. No problem. Anyways, this is what I always experience. This is the pain. This is the load I have to carry every day when I'm doing this show with you. But there's no problem. There's no problem. You know, the Lord, I serve a living God.
Really?
Yeah? So He's going to fight for me. Don't worry. And then when the time comes, He will beg me.
He fights for everybody.
Don't worry.
God,
Just the way you're maltreating me.
He's not a biased
Just the way
God.
you're maltreating me. God is seeing. He's watching. Like He knows everything you're doing, and then He will
God
stand
knows-
for me.
He knows
Don't
our
worry.
hearts. He knows our
Anyways,
hearts.
it's actually good, interesting, beautiful, and lovely to
Interesting.
actually talk
Okay,
about
you
Tunisia
mentioned
today.
interesting. Okay. Sorry.
Anyways, I'm done with it. Thank you for doing this. Anyways, to our viewers out there, I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed yourself while we talked about Tunisia. We'll be coming back next time with another beautiful country to tell you about. I hope you'll be ready to give us ideas, to give us your comments, to tell us how excited you are to hear about these countries, and then you want to visit them. Because if you don't visit any country, then you don't have a story to tell. Maybe you just want to just hear them, maybe read them and all of that. But then experience is the best teacher. Stay with us next time when we come. We'll tell you more about different countries. I hope you have a beautiful day ahead. Stay blessed.